Russia is censoring the internet of its citizens more and more, effectively pushing away from the global internet at a rapid pace.
Play it tight, play it right. Today we will be talking about the censorship in Russia. We will be talking about how it has deep roots in history, not just the censorship itself, but the overall sort of a tight grip that the rulers, the aristocrats, or as you want, the leaders of Russia usually have a pretty tight grip over the political discourse inside of Russia. Quite a heavy censorship in Russia for generations. It has deep roots in that culture. And so that is the subject that we will be talking about today. But before we go even deeper into this subject, make sure to smash that like button, make sure to smash that subscribe button. My name is Joe. I talk about everything about geopolitics, about macroeconomics. I talk about all sorts of topics on this channel. I also am writing a blog, which is quite exciting, unique, it's definitely original, let's just say that. There is a lot of spirituality as well. So if you are interested in self-development, if that's one of your interests, then I should definitely recommend you reading some. You will learn some, definitely. Also, before we go any further, last but not least, I would truly encourage you to comment what I missed in this video. Comment what I said wrongly in this video. And also comment what you want me to talk about next. Mention your favorite subjects that I haven't covered yet. And maybe, if you are lucky, maybe I would one day read your comment and make a video about it. But without any further delays, let's go! Let's go, guys! Let's go! So as I promised, we will start in the beginning. Well, it's not necessarily the beginning, but we will mention the important historical moments, and we will miss a lot of them. But honorable mentions are Ivan IV, Ivan the Terrible. He was the first Tsar. He basically put huge amounts of power. He centralized the power in the hands of one person, the Tsar, which was a title that he named himself. And for the next, I believe it was somewhere around 400 years or 300 years, something around that, there was a tsardom, which is a basically type of aristocratic, monarchic type of leadership inside of Russia. Quite brutal, pretty against any form of rebellion or any form of political discussion. And so we can see that the censorship in Russia has been pretty tight for generations. After that, we have what's called the Russian Empire. It's around the same time as all of the other empires inside of Europe are developing. Like for example, the Dutch Empire, that was famous for their East India Company, which was the first capitalist company. During that time also we saw the rise and falls of Spanish Empire and Portuguese Empire, and the beginning of the rise of the British Empire, definitely. And also the Victorian era, which was the peak of the British Empire. We saw all of that at the same time there was a Russian Empire. And this is part of the video where I truly want to draw your attention to. This is what I wanna talk about the most. This is because, listen, you have to understand that Russia has been always a very, very powerful nation, very, very powerful country, or if you will, very powerful dictatorship, where it comes to, the Tsardom, where the Tsars were pretty much dictators, literally dictators. But anyway, it was always a very powerful country, but it has never been, ever, it has never ever been the number one superpower. What we call superpowers today, like for example today, the number one superpower is obviously United States. The second one is China, and the third one is Russia. We have to understand that Russia has never ever been the number one superpower. And specifically during the imperial part of the history, where a lot of these empires in Europe were able to colonize and brutalize Africa and other continents, basically Russia missed out on, because they are quite north geographically. They are quite far away from all of the action, and so when it comes to the naval dominance and all of the basically wars that were fought on seas, they kinda sort of miss out on that. And they also miss out on the trade that has developed thanks to this era, which also included slave trade, obviously. All of these European countries, even though this is obviously horrific and I condemn all of this, I just want to say they've got really, really rich off of this. And Russia has always played basically from the back foot. And if you are a superpower, it's sort of like a game, which is a very, very brutal game, but sort of like a game where you always have to calculate the strength of your opponents. And you have to understand that Russia has never been the strongest kid on the playground. It's just a reality. Russia has never been the strongest kid on the playground. They are always playing from the back foot, basically. They are always the number 2, 3, or 4 superpower in the world. They are never the number one superpower. And you have to play it. You have to play it tight. You have to play it right. You cannot afford to make mistakes. And the reality is that if you have a discussion inside of your country that would, suggest other basically directions that you should take instead of the ones that are proposed, this will be heavily suppressed, because you cannot afford to think about stuff. You have to take action. You are basically playing defense all the time as a superpower, sort of. So you have to play it quite tight. All of the dictators have always maintained quite a tight grip over the political discourse inside of Russia. That's just have been always always has been the goal of the dictators. Otherwise, you cannot play it right, if you cannot play it tight. Now, one thing that I want to mention is that as the planet Earth is warming up, as there is a global warming, there has been a new trade routes opening on the North Pole. There has been new trading routes opening because the ice that the North Pole is made out of, there is no solid ground underneath North Pole. There is only ice. There is a prediction from the scientists that around the year 2050 we might reach such a high global temperatures that all of the ice will melt. All of the ice north up there will melt during the summers, and there will be completely open trading routes for the ships and cargo ships to travel around the North Pole. And this is obviously Russia's territory. That's also why the deep states want the Greenland. Why the United States' deep state want the Greenland, because it's also up there. And so same way that United States' war machine is looking north up there, the same way Russians are also looking north up there, and there is quite a big opening for them to capitalize on economically, militarily. There is a huge opportunity for the Russians for the future to basically become stronger and stronger superpower, which is something that they are definitely looking into, and so I wouldn't be surprised if there were no new naval bases and new military bases popping up north up there. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to smash that like button, make sure to smash that subscribe button, make sure to check out the videos here, there and everywhere, and guys, I will see you in the next one. Bye bye. Bye bye.